All right, guys, welcome back to 5,000 Miles. And this week we got something a little bit different for you. We don't usually do a lot of video game stuff, but we are both huge fans of Hollow Knight and Silksong. And even though neither one of us are professional gamers, we're both really big fans of Silksong. We've been putting in a lot of time over the last couple of weeks since Silksong came out. And now that we've got all the tools and beat the game a couple times, I think it would be fun to do a tier ranking of all the tools in Silksong. And because we're not professional gamers, we're doing a
At
tool
all.
ranking for this is going to be for like all the other casual gamers out there, because
Or slightly above.
there's a lot of casual gamers out there that are playing the game, and so a lot of the tool rankings and stuff that we've seen is from people who are like pros and speedrunners and everything. So this is for the rest of you casuals out there that are playing the game and are looking for a tool ranking that's right for you. So I think this will be pretty fun. So you ready to give it a go?
Yeah, let's do it.
So the first
Okay.
one is the straight pin, which is the first one that you get.
Yeah, B. It was very effective early on.
Yeah, it's great for early game. It's not super
Easy.
effective, but yeah, it was a great kind of starter weapon. I feel like
Easy to
the
use.
same thing with the threefold pin, which is pretty much the same thing, except you get three of them.
Yeah, if anything, I'd put it, on the B tier ahead of it because you don't have to be as accurate with it. So dig it. B tier.
Yeah, so it's got a little bit more of a spread. How
Yeah, I
about this?
remember using it in some boss fights. So
It's
yeah.
got a good spread. How about the sting shard? That little barb.
C. I remember using it early on, but it just kind of was a tad tedious, so I'd go with C.
Very certain points in the game, it can be very helpful. But I just don't find myself using it very often. All
No,
right,
besides
now
early on.
here we got personal favorite, the tax. I know where that's going.
S tier without question. Once
S
you get the
tier.
tax, they're total game changer, and I use them from beginning to end for sure. Used them all the
Yeah.
way through, even on the most difficult
Once you
bosses. That is super
for
valuable.
pretty much everything, the tax
Yeah,
are fantastic, and
no
they have
question.
they have gotten me through some really tough boss fights, especially when you are are fighting and you put some poison on there, when you put the polyp pouch on those
Yeah,
and they got a little venom on them. Chef's
I would say
kiss.
they're one of my top three favorites, to be honest with you. Tax, and then when we get there, I'll tell you my other ones.
All right, long pin. What do you think about the long pin?
A. I
A.
used it a ton, a
I
ton.
agree. It's great in early
It's not
game
particularly
for
powerful
it's more powerful than like the
than the
straight
straight
pin,
pins.
and
Yeah,
it's great in early game for bosses and tougher enemies that you can't get too close to when you're first starting the game. So I
yeah, for
really enjoyed.
exploration. It saves you in exploration if you get into like tight little windows and there's like a big fucker sitting there and you just want to chuck something at him.
Yeah.
It's very helpful. Yeah.
All right, what do you think about the curve claw?
A
I'm I'm
tier.
I'm
Loved it.
putting it
Love
in
it.
A tier. I gotta say
Yeah.
the curved claw is something that I slept on for a long time, so I was kind of bummed that once I realized how good it was for those flying enemies. But man, that has really helped me out through some of the gauntlets, especially when you upgrade it to the curved sickle. Anytime you're trying to deal with flying enemies like the conch flies and stuff like that, especially late game, man, that's a godsend.
Yeah. And you don't have to be particularly accurate with it. You just let it fly.
Yeah,
And
it
it
covers
was
a
really
covers a large
helpful
area.
in
Okay,
that, I won't ruin it. The
how about the
gauntlet stuff,
throwing
man.
ring throwing rings that you get?
B.
I'm gonna
B.
say B tier,
I
yeah.
Yeah, it was really it's so fast that you bang, you just get it, or you can just hit whatever you want with it. So I definitely use the throwing ring a bit.
Yeah, they're not super expensive. You get a lot of them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
enjoy the throwing ring. How about the pin pillow, the little like grenade that you get?
D.
D? Okay. I'm fine with that. It's not super accurate.
I like
I
used
don't
it when I first got it and then just forget about it.
Yeah, it's not really. I mean, it just doesn't have the charm that certain other projectiles have, and yeah, it was something that I got and I used it a couple times and then I got away from it. So I say
Hmm.
C or D.
Yeah, your call.
I'm gonna say C because I know some people enjoy it. It does do a pretty decent amount of damage, but it doesn't really do too much for me. All right, how about the conch cutter?
A,
I'm putting it in.
possibly S.
I'm thinking S tier.
Yeah.
I'm thinking S tier because
It does a lot of
it
damage, man.
does
When
a
it
lot of
lands, it's like
damage. You get a lot of them. It's cheap. It's so cheap,
yep.
man. It's a great tool. It might end up getting nerfed at some point by Team Cherry. It's so good. So
And you can
I
get lucky with it as well. If you happen to
yeah.
miss, it bounces back around.
Yeah,
So it's like
exactly.
it's fucking great.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Yeah.
actually S. I'll go S then.
All right. How about Silk Shot?
B.
All right, perfect. I think that's great. The Silk Shot, it doesn't use up shards. It
It's
does use
nice. It
up
just
silk.
seems
It's
to.
powerful. I don't really use it that much, but it's a cool tool to have, especially if you're just cruising around. It's not
Mhm.
really that great for boss fights because it uses up your silk, which I need for healing.
That's that. Yeah, and it's like I need silk for other stuff. It's like it's a really nice tool, but I don't feel like we wasting my silk with
Yeah. All right. How about the Delver's Drill?
F.
Um, Yeah, I don't really use the Delver's drill hardly at all. You know where I did use it? I used it in the Flame Father fight because
Oh, really?
you have to pogo down on those things, and
Yeah.
the drill makes it easy to do a lot of damage to those fire things that you have to jump up to. Um,
Oh,
but
I wish I would
but
have thought of that actually.
but other than that, I don't think I used it hardly at all except for maybe that one fight. So
Hmm.
let's say D.
Okay.
All right, how about the cogwork wheel?
A.
The
Is that the
cogwork
saw
wheel.
thing?
It's
Is that the
the
saw?
little saw blade that goes around.
Yeah, A.
Hey,
Because
okay.
it runs up the wall and then
It
runs
does a
back
lot of
down.
damage. It does roll up the wall and back down. It's
Yeah.
it it's not great for a lot of bosses that are jumping around or anything
No,
like that or
but if
that are
they're
airborne.
grounded, you can dump like six of them on it real quick, and it just
Yeah.
really does a ton of damage. So I found myself using that a good bit. The only problem with it is I think you only get 10 of them. You run out of them real quick.
Yeah.
So it's
But
not good for like
they do a lot of
extended fights.
damage though.
Yeah, I'm with A, but your call.
And for clearing bosses if you're just cruising around too. All
Yeah.
right. You ready? Here we got a heavy hitter. And I know where this is going. Cogfly S tier.
S number one. That is my number one.
Cogfly I
Yeah,
think is my number one of all time.
that's my number one
That's my
of
number
the
one.
entire game.
There's never a situation where the cogfly doesn't help you, whether you're doing exploration, whether you're doing a boss fight. It never hurts to have a couple cogflies out there, and
And they travel with you, dude.
they travel with you. They stay
That's
around
amazing.
even during benches and stuff like that. Man, I
Yeah,
love the cogflies. And
number one in the game.
if you play your needle in, they kind of do a little dance too.
Yeah, so they have a little personality of their own. Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
number one in the whole game, to be honest with
All right, rosary cannon.
you. I never used it ever.
Rosary, I'm putting it in F because I mean, like, I have never been in a position in this game where I can just like get where I just wanted to get rid of my rosaries.
Yeah,
And yeah, I
I
mean,
never
like,
even used it once.
I hardly ever use it. It does do a lot of damage, but like, I need my rosaries. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I'm in perpetual worry about what I'm gonna need rosaries for, or we're gonna have to buy a bunch of shard bundles. So last thing I want to do is go blasting money up in the air. What am I, Jesse Pinkman at the end of Breaking Bad?
All right, how about the Volt Vessel? What do you think about
Uh,
the Volt Vessel? That purple thing?
yeah. Trying to differentiate between the two Volt ones. Is the Volt vessel the one that can go up through the floors?
It's the spike that shoots into the ground and then it shoots the beam up in the air. Putting it in
Yeah, but
F.
you can get through a floor with that though. Like if you're in if there's someone above you, you can use that to get to kill someone above you.
You know what? That is a good point. So it's not I will never use it in a boss fight,
No.
but maybe for certain places when you're traveling around it might be helpful.
So I'd go with D.
All right, D it is. Okay, how about the flint slate?
See, I used it a few
See,
times.
okay.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
used it in particular. I used it in Mount
it in
Fay a time or two, and it was helpful.
okay. Yeah, it increases the power by adding a little flame to your needle. I don't really use it that much. I don't think it's worth using a tool slot over.
C or D.
Yeah, I think C is fine. How about the flea brew? I know you personally love the flea brew.
I don't know if I love it, but I think that if you're smart and you're an accurate fighter, it can be incredibly useful in certain areas. And so I'm going with B with the flea brew.
Yeah, I would say B or A because most of the time if I need to hit faster, I'll just use a different crest. But there
Yeah,
are certain times where the flea brew really does come in handy. I think B is a good spot for it. About the
yeah.
plasmium file, the thing that gives you the extra blue
I'd say
lives.
F. I never used it. I
I
only
I
because I
never
never used it. I like
I
the
think F
idea
is
of it.
fair. I like the idea of it, but having 6 temporary masks has never been like the difference between me winning or losing a boss fight. How about the Druid's Eye slash Druid's Eyes when you upgrade them? I'm putting them in S tier, honestly. Um, it's so nice
Once
to
it's
have something
upgraded,
that
it's incredible.
yeah, because it really helps out in boss fights because it gives you the ability to heal almost twice as much,
Yeah.
because every time you're getting hit, you're getting more. There was something very similar to that in Hollow Knight where every time you got hit, you got a little bit more energy back. Um,
Yeah. Yeah,
once
I
once
remember
you
that.
upgrade it and you got the Druid's Eyes, oh man, it is so helpful during boss fights, especially boss fights where you can easily heal. Man, that was a game changer for me.
Yeah, so for anybody trying to get some tips here, that's a huge one. Take the time to find the moss berries and go to that guy and upgrade your druid's eyes as early as you possibly can. Don't overlook that.
How about the Magma Bell? Putting it in F tier.
Come on, dude.
The
The-
Magma Bell should not be a tool. It should be like at some point you should beat a boss and they should unlock like magma shoes so that you can just traverse that area.
Magma
F.
Bell, I used it one time, so D is the absolute highest I would think about it, but F is fine with it.
Yeah, I mean all it
Yeah.
really does is protect you from the lava, and it's pointless to have it as a tool. Um
It helped me in that little brothers fight. I used it in the brothers fight. That was it.
I know you're gonna find this a little controversial, but also right next to it is the warding bell. I'm also putting
I
it in
know
F.
what you're going to say. No,
F.
you can't do that
The warding bell
because
doesn't do anything. It doesn't stop you from losing your heal if you get hit mid heal. The warding bell is a perfect example of Team Cherry taking a good idea and then nerfing it so it's useless. If it stopped you from losing your heal and it stopped you from getting hit while you were healing, that's fine. It doesn't do that. All it does is stop you from taking one mask of damage while you're healing. But if you get hit, you still lose your heal and all your silk. It's completely pointless, especially for late game where you're fighting bosses that do two masks of damage anyway. It's garbage. I'm putting it in F. No
okay.
discussion. Polyp
All
pouch.
right. B,
I'm putting
possibly
it,
A.
I think A.
Yeah.
Polyp pouch, when you're doing a boss fight that requires you to use a lot of tools, having like the tax and the cog flies out and then putting the polyp pouch on top of that doing extra damage, man, that polyp
Yeah.
pouch helped me out a lot. And there's a
Gauntlets
really
too.
cool little Easter egg where if you use the polyp pouch and the flea brew at the same time, it makes a little like stink cloud around you that does a little bit of damage to enemies, which is pretty cool.
I remember there's a stink cloud in Hollow Knight too. Yeah.
Fractured mask. I want to
You
I
tell me.
want I want to say I'm putting it in S tier because
Yeah.
throughout in especially early to mid game when you don't have as many of the masks, having that extra mask ability has saved me so many times. Man, it's such a great little boon to have in your pocket. It also gives you more confidence. Like how
Hmm.
when you get down to your last mask and you're sweating, if you got
Oh
that
God, I
fractured
know.
mask on, it just gives you the confidence to go get that one more hit so you can get a little bit more silk.
Little insurance policy.
All right, multi-binder. S.
S for
S.
sure.
I
No
think once
question.
I got the multi-binder, I don't think I ever took it off.
Actually, come to think of it, that might even be above Cogflies. Jesus Christ. The multi-binder
The
is so
multi-binder clutch.
valuable.
Weave
Unforgettable.
lights. How about the weave lights? I'm putting the weave light in like D.
Yeah,
It
at the
doesn't
highest, yeah.
really, it doesn't really, I don't use it for anything. The only time you could possibly need it would be like when you're platforming and you need to use your claw line. And so
Hmm.
it's nice that your silk regenerates a little bit faster, but other than that, it doesn't really help out a lot. It's definitely not worth a
No,
tool slot.
no.
All right, how about the sawtooth circlet? Sawtooth circlet.
A
Yep.
I like it a lot, and it was incredibly helpful on one of the more challenging deep game bosses.
Yeah, I
So
don't want
I'm
to give
with
any
A.
spoiler alerts, but
Yeah,
there's some certain bosses where using the sawtooth circlet really is a game changer because
helpful in
anytime you have to
gauntlets
fight
as
a boss
well.
where you have to jump up in the air a lot, getting that extra hit
Ching!
is killer.
And it happens by accident because you're jumping around anyway. So I
Yeah,
like it a lot.
exactly. Yeah, you get a lot of like passive damage.
Yeah.
How about the injector band? What do you think about the injector band? I'm thinking like
Mm,
B because it helps you
I'm with
heal a
B.
lot. It helps you heal a lot faster. Um, that's
It's
good
tough
for
to
early
justify.
game because
Yeah.
yeah, because like
I go with
in
C.
early mid game, um, when you're not that good at healing and you're doing a lot of panic healing,
Yeah.
then it comes in handy a lot. But by like the later game, you should be learning how to heal at a time where you're not going to get hit while you're healing.
Yeah.
You know,
So
same thing
I'm
with the
okay
warding
with
belt.
B, but I think I'd put it in C, but C or B.
All right, spool extender.
A, if not S.
I think A. Spool extender is great for mid to late game. Once you get to the point where your spool is pretty big, using the spool extender to get you that second heal is crucial. Now,
So
once you get all
valuable.
of the spools, you do get that second heal for free. So
Hmm.
once you max out your spool, you don't need the spool extender anymore. But
Until then,
when you're in that sweet zone where the spool extender is giving you that second heal that you wouldn't otherwise have, it's so good.
it's really not a sweet zone. For most players, I would imagine it's the majority of the game. You don't
Yeah,
get all the spools till really towards the end, unless you're,
yeah.
yeah,
And even if it's not giving you the second spool, the second heal, having that extra silk
all matters.
can always help, especially if you're using something like the Druid's Eye as well. All right, now how
No
about the
question.
reserve bind? The reserve bind, it's nice. I like to use it when I'm traveling around because it's like, oh, I'm trying to get to a certain spot and I need to use an extra quick heal just so I can get to that next bench or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't use it that much during boss fights.
C, D, C.
I'm gonna say C,
Yeah, C.
maybe
It
B.
has value, but
It does
it's
have
tough to
value.
justify throwing it in there.
All right, claw mirror. I
F.
think D. Yeah, I think F because
I think I
all
used it when I first got it, and that was
it
it.
it doesn't do that much damage, and it only does damage while you're healing if you're healing near an enemy. And
Exactly.
why are you healing near an enemy? Why are you
Exactly.
doing that? All right.
Yeah.
How about the memory crystal?
B, if not A. I liked it a lot.
Okay, I'll think B is fair.
B. Yeah,
It
B.
reminds me of the spikes from Hollow Knight, where when you get
Hmm.
hit, it does that little spike attack and instantly hits the other person. With the
Yep.
memory crystal, it's kind of like that, but it's a little bit less effective because it doesn't hit them automatically, and it might not guarantee a hit. I would have liked something that was a guaranteed hit when you get hit, but it does have its value.
And you get it early on, and it's valuable early on for a good
How
while. For
how
a good
about the
while. So
yeah? How about the snitch pick? F
F. Yeah, F.
F. Um, it's only valuable if you're farming rosaries, and it doesn't even give you that much
Yeah.
more rosaries. Okay, volt filament. I think like C or D for the volt filament. It's
To go
kind
with
of like
D.
it does like a little bit more extra damage to your silk abilities, but like I'm not using my silk abilities that much in day-to-day gameplay.
Right.
Um and so I mean like I don't think it's worth a tool slot for
No.
the incremental more damage that it gives you. Quick sling F.
F.
All it does is throw more tools, or you know what you could also do? Just press the button twice. What does it save you? A frame? It saves you a
Yeah.
fraction of a second or a button press? F.
Yeah.
Wreath of Purity. F. Wreath
Oh,
of
come
Purity.
on. No, 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 no. You got to give
Wreath
it
of
D. It
Purity.
has a little bit of value.
Wreath of Purity is another great example of Team Cherry taking something that would have been great and then nerfing it until it's useless. If it was permanent, it would be great, but the fact that it only lasts for like 5 seconds of maggot swimming, just makes it not even worth using up a tool slot.
I used it a time or two. I would argue D, but I hear you loud and clear.
It's definitely not worth using in a boss fight. Maybe if you're traveling
No.
through the bile ducts, but it should be
Yeah.
something for that they give you for free. Like you should beat Grohl, and then he should be like, "Here's the maggot cloak," and then all of a sudden, it's just like when you get the double jump, and then all of a sudden you're immune to cold permanently. That's the same thing that they should do with the magma bell, is that once you beat a certain area, you're immune to magma. Or once you beat Grohl, you're immune to maggots. It should just be something that's inherently given to you, not something that you have to use a tool slot for, and definitely not something that doesn't even last permanently.
Yeah, I mean, in
It
Hollow
makes
Knight, you get to a point where you can just swim in the acid for good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. The Tear of
Yeah.
Isma, I think was the name of that thing.
Yeah.
It's like, so
Yeah.
where's my tier of maggots? All right,
No,
what do you
I
think?
agree, but
All
go
right,
ahead.
Long Claw. What do you think about Long Claw?
I'd say B
B. Okay, yeah.
because,
I mean,
you
that's
love to
another thing.
use it. You love to
Sometimes you
use
want the
it.
best of both worlds. You know, you want to use a
Yeah.
crest where you hit faster, but you also need just a little bit more reach. You know, so I would say B or C.
Yeah.
How about the?
When I remember using it for a while when I first got it.
What do you think about the Wisp Fire Lantern?
Uh, A or
Yeah,
B.
you like
Uh,
it?
I
You like
used
the Wisp Fire
I
Lantern?
used it I
It
used
doesn't
it a
do
lot.
those little dudes don't do that much damage, and it does use up silk, but sometimes it's great when you're just cruising around. It's like having a cogfly that doesn't use up shell shards.
And it helped me beat Pinterest in that boss fight for sure.
Okay, cool. How about the Egg of Flealia? It makes your silk skills cost less silk while you have full health. And I mean, like,
F.
how often how often in Silksong do you have full health?
Never. It's almost like a throwaway thing for the fleas to give you. So yeah, I
Yeah.
go with F on
It's
the
almost
egg of
like if
Flealia.
yeah, if I was some sort of speedrunner or whatever, I'd be like, "Okay, this really helped." But for like the average person, um it's useless,
No, and
right?
I would like to live in Flealia if
If
I
it
found myself
in Fleetopia,
in Fleetopia. I
you
mean,
would like
yeah,
to live in Fleetopia and just
yeah, hang out
compete
with the
in do
fleas,
the flea games, drink some flea brew, hang out in the spa. I
chill out in
agree.
the spa. Yeah,
Okay, pin badge. What do you think about the pin badge? Which it decreases the amount of time that it takes for you to charge up your powerful needle hits. Um,
I never
I
use it ever. I never
I
even use the needle hit
I
ever.
don't use the needle
So
hits that often. Um, not enough.
I go with
Definitely
F.
not enough to make it worth using the pin badge.
No,
Okay,
F.
all right. You know what? I'll agree. I'll put that in F. A D or F, I would say. Maybe because some people do use the charge hits, the charge attacks. So I say maybe
Yeah, I guess.
D.
Yeah, I guess if you've managed to
I think
move to
it
put
depends
that
on your
into your
combat style, your combat style.
exactly. So D,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Now, here's something controversial. the compass. I either want to put it in S or F because it's by far the most useful tool, but it
Yeah.
shouldn't be it shouldn't be a tool. They should just be inherent to
Yeah.
the game. So
I
like I
agree.
kind of want to put it in F just because I'm mad at Team Cherry because they did the same thing in Hollow Knight where you have to waste a slot on your compass, but at the same
And
time
plus, you're
it
giving us
is
so many fucking tools and so many limited spots to use them. So why force us to do that? And listen, considering that the value of this video theoretically to help people out, no one's confused about what the compass does. So why don't we spitefully put it in F, knowing that everyone knows what value the compass has?
That's basically the Vesta crest is my compass slot. It's like
Yeah,
the one thing that I'm never going to take off. For I mean, the
unless I'm
only
running to fight a boss. Yeah,
the only thing that I would say is beneficial about the compass taking up a slot is that there's not that many useful yellow tools. So
right.
it's not there's not like I'm ever struggling for space in my yellow slots.
Yeah,
All right,
usually when I'm not going to use the compass, I end up using the weighted belt. That's it.
yeah. All right,
Yeah.
shard pendant S. Shard pendant.
S.
Yeah, the shard pendant
I'd go with
helps you get more
A, I
shards
guess.
for I mean like I'm not thrilled about the fact that they introduced another type of thing that you have to go grind for. So the
Right.
shard pendant helping you passively get more shell shards. I just have that on anytime I'm walking around because it's like, do we really have to do more grinding, Team Cherry? Really? Did you think that was
Yes,
a
you
great
do.
idea to make us grind more for stuff? Like the
I'm
game's
not
not
going to
already
argue.
hard enough. I gotta grind for it. So at least
If
the
you
shard
like it in
pendant
S,
helps you get more shards.
S is fine with me. I'd put it in A.
All right, let's put it in A. Magnetite brooch. Also, same thing. S or A.
A.
It's
A.
so
Because it just has value, but it's annoying that you have.
it's like, especially with the rosaries. Sometimes you'll find a spot with a lot of rosaries, and then you go to hit it, and they fly everywhere and fall off the ledge. It's like, really, Team Cherry, you can't just give
Into
me the
the
rosaries
spikes, you
into the
fuckers.
spikes and then you lose them. It's like even the reward is annoying. It's like
Yeah.
not only is the game annoying and the bosses are annoying and the enemies are annoying, even when you give me a reward, the reward is annoying. Thanks. Appreciate that. Weighted belt. I know you love the weighted belt.
I don't love it, but I go A. It's definitely helpful,
How about
especially in
B?
tight spaces. Okay, B.
Yeah,
Tight
especially
spaces,
when you're
man.
trying to not get knocked off a ledge. It's definitely
Yeah.
helpful.
Yep.
Or um, when you're using a crest where you're hitting somebody a lot of times rapidly,
Yeah.
um, that really helps you with the knockback. All
Hmm.
right. How about the barbed bracelet? F.
Absolute F. Maybe
Absolute
that
F.
is truly for only pro gamers.
Yeah, that is definitely only for like speed runners or pro gamers.
Yeah.
I've never been playing Silksong and thought to myself, "Hey, you know what? I wish I could take more damage."
Yeah, I'm so good that I'm not even going to take damage and I'm going to just play the offensive game. Yeah. If you're that good, God bless you. You throw that thing on.
All right. How about the dead bugs purse?
F.
Yeah, I think that's kind of F tier.
I
If
don't think I
you
ever put it on.
and we have the silk eater eggs or whatever too to help you go back and get your stuff if you can't go back for it. So, I mean, all right. I'm gonna put in the plasmium file in D just so there's more room in the F tier. Magnetite dice S. Do you
S.
disagree?
No, I use it
Magnetite dice. I
constantly.
you got to have the magnetite dice on you at all times because there's been so many times where I'm fighting a boss and I get hit and I'm like, "Oh, thank God I didn't just take that hit." Every
It's
little bit
always a
counts.
wonderful feeling. Bing! You're like,
Yeah.
yes,
It's like you
I
always
got away
forget
with
about
one
it
there.
until it kicks in and you're like, "Oh my God, thank you."
Love
All
it.
right.
Yeah. A,
Scuttle
S.
brace. I'm saying D
Oh,
for
that's the
this.
thing that makes you jump backwards.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it. When I first got
I
it, I'm
like
like, man, I only use this fucking thing all the time. And then it
yeah,
just
but
became
then once you have the
you're
dash, it's useless.
Right, exactly. And
because
you,
you can
it's
just
like,
dash
dude,
backwards. It
I
literally
can't think for
doesn't
myself.
help at all.
No, no, it
And I
just
think you
doesn't.
have to use a craft medal to get it. It's so
Yeah,
pointless.
I thought it was going to be really helpful, and
The
it's
only
like you'd
reason
have
I would get that would be for if I'm 100%ing the game. All right, the Ascendant's Grip.
S.
S.
I mean, there
It
are times when it is fucking essential. It's so helpful,
I don't use it all the time, but when I need it, it's so helpful. It's great, man. There's
especially like
certain boss
ascending
fights.
bile water early on.
Oh yeah,
Ascending
and
bile
bile
water,
water, so
big
you
time.
can hang on the wall so those guys don't barf on you. So good.
Yeah,
How about the
and Mount
spider
Fay
strings?
and the
Oh,
climbing of Mount Fay.
and it's a yellow tool too, which makes it even better because it's like there's not a lot of competition for good yellow tools.
Right,
And so the fact that
exactly.
it's a an actually useful yellow tool, come on.
Big time.
All
Agreed.
right, spider strings.
I still haven't found a use for them.
I don't think
F,
they do
worst one in the game.
anything.
It makes
It's not the
the
worst one,
song. It
but
makes the needling go further. I don't understand. It has to have a purpose that I haven't found. I don't know what it is.
yeah, you're probably right. There's got to be something that it does, but for the life of me, I don't know what it is. All right, how about the Silk Speed anklets?
S. I use them all the time.
Really? The Silk Speed
All
anklets?
the time. I'm running around at full speed just about all the time.
Okay. Um,
I am.
I don't think I ever used them. The only time I would use it is when I'm racing that dude, and you can't use them while you're racing them.
I use them all the time. So is what it is. I mean, that's just for me. So why don't we
All right.
meet in the middle and give it a B or something?
Okay, perfect. That's a
But I
B.
love them.
All
Love them.
right. Last one. You ready? Thief's Mark. F. Boom.
F.
Done. F. The only possible time you would use it is when you're farming rosaries, but it literally makes you lose rosaries when you get hit. How are you farming rosaries and not getting hit at all? And then
I'm telling you.
it negates the entire purpose of the entire thing.
On one hand, I want to shake the Team Cherry's hand and marvel at the accomplishment that is Silksong. And on the other hand, I want to sit in a therapy session because these guys are fucking sadistic, sick human beings. Okay. And I don't know what's going on with these guys.
Team
They
Cherry,
want to torture us.
why do you hate us?
Why do you spend all this time creating this incredible game that is just something to be marveled at that almost made me want to
I
murder
I
loved
gave you
ones?
$20. Why do you hate me? So, what a great game, guys. I hope this video helps you folks out there who are struggling their way through Silksong the same way we are. And I hope you're enjoying the game as much as we are.
Yeah, let us know what you agreed with and what you didn't. Love to hear from you in the
Yeah.
comments for sure. You silk songers,
If you come up with a good use for the spider strings, let us know. Put it in the comments.
holler.
Let us know. All right, I guess it's time to go back and play some more Silksong.
Yeah.
All right, take care, guys.
Thanks for hanging out, guys. See you on the next one.